Let's head in.
What's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service.
Well, it should be.
This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago.
Sorry, I was just checking
The
something.
surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki.
Alright, so this is the perfect place for a murderer to hide.
This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
Okay, so can we
The subway.
head over there?
Iba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Okay.
And the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Iba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
What are you gonna find, Iba?
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
Absolutely not, Mizuki.
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night. A black SUV.
Ah, of course.
I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
Who was it?
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father,
I knew there was something suspicious about you.
Renju Okiura.
So let me get this straight.
Okay.
You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want her dad to be the same person who killed her mom.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, you could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju. And you can help me find him.
I like, though, that we're still taking her along on this. When was the last time you saw your dad?
I think about a week ago. When I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Oh, that's... Wow, Renju.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
Telling me. Okay. When was the last time you spoke with your dad?
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
You did not.
No.
I'm sorry, Mizuki. Your father is very suspicious. Okay, now what about the Nile message?
Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. I got some help from them.
Bad personality.
It was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does this sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it.
Ah, Renju. It's not as simple as that, is it?
It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals and a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
That would make sense.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message.
Why not?
Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it.
I really hope that's the case.
The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
Oh.
Dante, incoming call from the boss.
Alright.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
Yes, he
He's
is.
definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning.
What if Renju's dead now, though?
He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Okay, so if that's the case, can I just disconnect? No.
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him.
That makes sense. Do we have any idea where he is or where he could be?
No, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother.
Why?
I had local cops search the place. Didn't find anything.
Yes, but they didn't have a magical eyeball named Aiba, did they?
Where could he be?
Okay, what about his alibi?
Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that means no one can back up his story.
Okay, now what questions did he ask him?
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really.
Well, thank you, boss. I was streaming the images in real time. That's gotta be really weird. I don't have a cell phone, never cared for them. But Aiba can connect to any network in the range. That's how I'm able to communicate with HQ. Okay. To Mizuki, it looks like I'm talking to a Bluetooth. She doesn't see what I see. Okay. So... Alright, I guess I'm gonna hang up the phone.
Alright, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
Maybe Mizuki knows?
Sunpoke?
Sunpoke.
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket.
Oh,
Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
he runs a maid cafe?
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast. In Akihabara.
Now, of course it would be there. Whoosh. Are you really? You put an advertisement for your own game in there. I love it. Thank you so much.
can't be.
Oh, God.
Renju.
Jesus, that's gruesome. She lost her mom and her dad in the span of about 3 days. Jesus.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Pewter, please tell me you have something.
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
Now's not the time to joke, Pewter.
You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
Very bad timing for it.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Pewter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Okay. Now, why do you seem troubled, Pewter?
2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
Yeah, that's fair. But why are you here?
Am I not allowed to be here?
It's not that you're not allowed, it's just, aren't you the guy running, like, all the sophisticated stuff? Why are you here in the office about the murder itself? I thought you weren't actually a detective.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first.
Okay, yeah,
I was
okay.
just talking to the boss about Renju's murder.
Okay. Peter looks surprisingly serious in his futuristic lab coat, making him look like he's from Voltron. Okay, what about Mizuki?
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I would hope so.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay. You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
The serial killer.
The new CYCLOPS killer.
Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New.
Yes, several years ago.
Pewter.
Why don't you want me to know about what happened?
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
But you said it was impossible for it to happen.
6 years ago. Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know.
Thank you.
We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings. To distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
The right eyeball. The right... So, okay, so it has to be someone different, but they're doing the left eyeball. I can't remember what Iris said about, like, the left and right eyes. I cannot remember.
of course not. I've still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather. A few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants.
Thank you.
According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclops were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
The ballsy motherfucker.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Was he captured?
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why is it impossible?
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
How do we know they were still alive?
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Why not?
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories. All lacking credibility and evidence.
Great.
Damn it.
Any other information, boss? that you can
That's
share
all we
with
have
me?
for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Date, you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
So, there was something me and a friend were talking about when we were discussing this game, and how the logo for this game was...
The vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual.
But no, we were talking about how the Spike Toonsoft logo has a like a spike through it, and that's what we think it's referencing the incident where a miner got a train spike skewered through his head, and it damaged his head to the point where he was a completely different person. So when she says this person and that person are not the same, is that what she's referring to? I think that's what she's referring to. I could be absolutely wrong on that, by the way. Also, wait, is that Mizuki in the back? What?
Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
Mizuki, why are you here?
Mizuki!
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid.
Mizuki climbed up to the front and sat in the passenger seat. Why are you here, Mizuki?
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you, I can help.
How?
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fine. But don't say I never did anything for you.
By the way, this is the second time in like 3 days, probably 2 days, that we've taken a civilian to the scene of a crime.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it.
But anyways, how did you even get in here?
It wasn't locked, I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes.
Nice.
Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
It wasn't breaking, she just opened the door.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
But it's so nice.
You too?
Anyway, how are you doing?
Well, I can still talk this time.
Thank God for that.
Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
Nice weather we're having.
If you have nothing to talk about, you don't have to say anything.
Fair enough.
You're an adult, shouldn't you know that already?
Psh.
If you start talking about the weather, it means you have nothing to say.
Damn. What a brat.
Anyways, so...
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy, you should cut that out.
No. I was talking to Iba out loud before I noticed Mizuki in the car. That must be what she's referring to.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist?
Well, yeah, aren't you technically a secret?
Yeah, I know there's no reason to hide it, since she already knows about Abyss. But it's just hard to explain. I won't say anything yet.
Understood. but I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just let me know when the time is right.
You got it.
It's not a proposal. No need to be so formal. Shit, I said that out loud.
Date, I think you should go to the hospital.
Thank you, Mizuki. Thank you.
No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
You're 12!
Odd thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
Pretentious. Bored. I don't know.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Oh?
Shoko had a secret?
What is the secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
I did not.
Yeah, I did.
That whole company was a big scam.
A scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money. She got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
Wow, Shoko?
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people.
You know what they say, if thine left eye offends, pluck it out.
I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
Anyways, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it.
You've got a weird way of showing affection.
Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Date,
I'm not sorry for saying it.
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you?
Never will.
This is why you're single and always will be.
Ouch. Way to cut deep.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey! What are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
Look, at least you're not with Sigma.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Then stop asking.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
I love these two.